everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day so far. I hope you ate all your food today. I hope you had lots of water and really enjoyed your time. So today's video is all about college. This video was very highly requested and I'm really excited to be talking about this because I feel like I have kind of a different experience with college, and especially my first year of college since I started during COVID times, so I can kind of give a bit of an insight into that and what it's like, not only just to start your first year of college but also how to start college during COVID times. So within this video, I'm going to be talking about what your first day is like, what you need to bring in. I'm going to do a couple of outfits, but I'm also going to have a dedicated video about outfits that you can wear to college essentials, and then answering your questions. I put up a questions box on my Instagram story and I'm going to be answering all your questions from there as well. So let's get straight into this, bitches. Sorry, I had to close the blind in the back because the sun was shining through and ruining my setup and it just wasn't very aesthetically pleasing. So basically, your first day of college is your orientation. And within your orientation, they'll be showing you how the college works, they'll be showing you around the college, you'll meet all your lecturers, they'll tell you what you will be learning within their lecture modules, and then they'll be showing you how their lectures are structured. Some colleges will also put on kind of like fun activities and icebreakers as well. So something my college did, and I think they do more usually, but because of COVID, they obviously couldn't. They basically had like a big circus tent outside the back of the college, and it had like activities and stuff like, you know, like throwing the bean bag and you could win prizes, and like there was popcorn and stuff there. But then they also had like all these places where you could sign up to the clubs within the college. I'm sure a lot of colleges are different to my college. Not every college is going to do their orientation the same way, but at the end of the day, the gist of your orientation is just to learn and to get used to how the college kind of system works. You're going to be so scared going in, but you really don't need to be. College is so laid back. Everyone is so like down to earth, you know, it's not strict like secondary school is. Like you're not walking around like an army like you would have been in secondary school. Like this is, you know, very laid back. Again, your lecturers are going to want to get to know you, so they're probably going to like ask you a load of questions. So something that my lecturers did on the first day was go around and ask everyone why they picked their course. So if I was you, get to know a little bit more behind the details of your course if you haven't already, just so you can prepare an answer, because like I was kind of fine with my answer, but a lot of people were like, oh, this was like my third choice. I didn't even want to do this course, so that was a bit awkward. But just come up with some bullshit, even if you didn't want to do the course that you're doing. On the first day as well, you'll meet the student union president, and they'll kind of talk to you about extracurricular things that they put on for the students. And you'll also be given like handbooks on all the clubs and courses that you can do within the college too. On the morning of your first day of college, the number one thing you need to do is have your timetable ready and available. Just take a screenshot and have it in your camera roll. Some people even set it as their wallpaper on their phone, but I just had it as a favorite on my camera roll. Number two is make yourself a hefty breakfast. One thing I definitely regret not doing before going into my first day was having a good breakfast. I literally just had like 2 slices of toast, and I didn't realize that we wouldn't get a break for like 4 hours. Obviously, again, every college and university's orientation is different, but we had quite a while until we were given a break to get some food, so definitely have a good breakfast. Of course, everyone gets up at different times for college depending on how far you have to travel, but just give yourself a good 45 minutes just to get ready and pick out an outfit. Obviously, college isn't a fashion show, but everyone wants to look nice, especially on their first day, so just give yourself a little bit of time just to pick out different outfits and get yourself ready. One more tip I want to add in before I move on from this section is don't be afraid to go up to the college staff. When you walk in on your first day, they will be waiting for all the first years to go in, and they'll be there available to help you with any questions that you have. And probably the biggest questions that you will have are, where are the lecture rooms? They'll have maps and they'll show you, they can even walk you directly to your lecture hall if it's close enough as well. So don't be afraid to go up to them. They're all so lovely. So on your first day, you really don't need to bring in that much at all. Again, a lot of universities and colleges are different, but from my experience, your lecturers aren't going to make you do any work because you don't have any actual classes. Again, they're just giving you an intro into that module. However, one of my modules did make us do kind of like an assignment type thing just to kind of get a gist of how us as students worked. So basically my media lecturer put on a Netflix documentary. Most of you probably watched it. I think it's called The American Murder. I'll put it here if it's called something else. But it's so good, everyone needs to watch it. If you love horror and murder and documentaries, this is for you. Anyways, basically she just played like a couple of minutes of the first episode and she got us to analyze the techniques that they use, how it's narrated, stuff like that. But again, it wasn't an actual assignment, it wasn't actual work, it wasn't like that was graded and gone towards anything. My lecturer just wanted to get a gist of how us as students work and how we understand like media techniques already. So these are all the things that I brought into college on my first day. So my very first day, the bag that I used was this Coach tote bag. And most of the students did kind of use Coaches or tote bags, but a lot of people actually brought in backpacks as well. And throughout the year, I ended up switching to a backpack because I had to bring in my laptop into college quite a bit. So it's just getting a bit heavy for me to have on one shoulder. And also this bag is very expensive, so I did not want to break it. I also brought in a refill pad and just 2 pens and Tipp-Ex. Again, you probably won't need anything more than just a refill pad. You're not going to need like loads of copies or anything. You won't be doing any work in your lectures on the very first day. It's just handy to have just to keep in any information or if your lecturer does ask you to do a quick task. Other things I brought was obviously my purse. I brought my ID. You get given your student ID on the first day as well. You have to apply for that online before you go in. And I also just brought a charger and a portable charger. And finally, even though it is your first day, you will be given so many leaflets and so many handbooks. Make sure your bag is big enough to fit them all because you won't be able to carry them all around all day. Okay, so this is outfit number 1. The main thing you need to remember about college is comfort. Like, again, it's not a fashion show, but you want to look cute, but like you need to stay comfortable. This is exactly what I would wear, especially around Christmas time, and I had to get up really early to travel. This was obviously like 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, so it was fucking Baltic. And this was absolutely perfect for that. This is just an essentials hoodie. This jacket is from Pennies. I just have a pair of Nike leggings on and Air Force Ones. So I'd really recommend just a really comfy outfit like this, and you can kind of make it a little bit more mature, I suppose, with like a long jacket. And this is perfect, especially if you're traveling long distance for college. Okay, so this next one is a little bit cuter, but again, it's all about comfort. I would not recommend wearing skinny jeans in your lectures because again, lectures are a lot longer than like secondary school classes. They could be an hour, they could be 2 hours, and skinny jeans are so uncomfortable in general anyways, and they're so much more uncomfortable when you have to sit down for 2 hours. Like your coochie will not be able to breathe. So if you're wearing jeans, I would go with kind of more of a baggier jean. They're so much more comfortable. I also would not recommend wearing white jeans. I feel like it's a bit of a curse that I have. I wore white jeans on my first day to college, got my period, bled all over them. I was so lucky I brought like a cardigan with me, so I just wrapped it around my waist for the rest of the day. Just don't do it. Anyways, these jeans are from Pretty Little Thing, and the top is also from Pretty Little Thing. I think this is just really cute and still quite modest, you know. You don't want to be like getting your titties out in college, you don't need to. But still really cute, and it's like really good to wear if it's kind of a warmer day as well. This last outfit is 100% my favourite. Like, this is what I would have generally worn most days whenever I went into college last year. It's just super, super comfortable, especially in the beginning and towards the end of your college year, because it gets very, very hot. And again, it's not too revealing, still super, super comfortable. It's obviously quite a basic outfit, but adding a flannel just adds that little bit more to it, and it's still really, really comfortable. My cycling shorts are Adidas. This top is from Boohoo. The flannel is Shein, and my shoes are Nike Jordans. As I said, this is the last outfit, but I'm going to be doing another video going into detail with loads of different outfits that you can wear for college, not just on your first day, but throughout the year as well. So stay tuned for that video as well. I'm now going to be answering some of the questions that you guys sent in to me on my questions box on Instagram. So these will be kind of more specific questions that you have that I'm going to be answering now. Someone said, how do you make friends or / moving into accommodation? Unfortunately, I cannot help on moving into accommodation because I didn't move out for college last year, and I'm not going to be moving out for college this year, so I can't really help you with that, but I can answer the first part. It's actually a lot easier than you think to make friends. People don't really segregate, but a weird thing that I actually noticed on my first day was that the boys and the girls kind of like split, and I was like, come on, we're all like 19 years old. Why are we splitting from each other? But on the first day anyways, and throughout your college year, your lecturers are going to be putting you into different groups for your assignments. You're going to get to know people a lot easier. And on your orientation, you'll be doing a lot of icebreakers and stuff like that. So you will get to know everyone and you'll be able to chat to a lot of different people throughout your first day and throughout the college year. Someone goes, how do I balance my social life and education? I feel like I'm going to be drowning in work. So as I said earlier, every college is different, every course is different, but I personally was not drowning in a lot of work last year. The only time you're kind of like swallowed up by work is around Christmas time and around summertime, when you're given like your more important assignments and obviously your summer assessment. Unfortunately, last year for me, we didn't get a freshers week, we didn't get a rag week, we didn't get anything like that, but probably and more than likely you'll get to have some sort of freshers and rag week, of course, as this, like the country is opening up, and you'll be able to be provided with more, you know, nights out and social life events. I would 100% recommend making a WhatsApp group chat for your college course. And what my course ended up doing, or like a group of us would end up doing, was just text into the group chat being like, look, who wants to go for drinks after? Like literally every Friday we would go to the beer garden and have drinks, which you don't have to drink, but you can like go out and just get food with like them after your last day of college on the week. Someone said, what's better for college, a laptop or an iPad? 100% a laptop. I actually found with a lot of the other students that were in my course that had like a MacBook or was using kind of any Apple product in general for college, they had a lot of problems. Just because I just don't think MacBooks are kind of built to be used as actual laptops for whatever reason. Like it's harder to get like Microsoft services on it and stuff like that, and literally mostly because 90% of colleges will be using like Microsoft and like just Android you know, services for everything to do with college. Again, iPads aren't really built for doing, you know, assignments on. Like I think you can like write up pages and stuff like that, and you can probably have Microsoft on it. If that's all that's available to you, it'll 100% work, but I just feel like it would be a little bit more awkward for you. Someone said, do you think it's a good idea to take a gap year if you're unsure of what you want to do? 100%. If there's no point going into your second year of college or going into your first year of college if you don't want to do what course you got, or if you don't have a clue what you want to do at all. This is what I say to everyone all the time. You don't need to go to college to be successful. You really, really don't. Within that gap year, you can work and you can save all this money, and throughout that time, you can like look into other courses that you might be interested in doing. Someone said, who the fuck do I sit beside? You are going into college during COVID time, so you'll still be social distancing, so you literally won't be able to sit beside fucking anyone. Within the lecture halls, they'll have stickers on whatever seats that you can sit in, so you literally won't be sitting beside anyone. Just take whatever seat is available. I kind of stayed near the back and with other girls that were already there, and I just got to chatting to them while the lecturers like weren't in and stuff like that. But you don't have to sit beside actually anyone, and you won't even be allowed to sit beside anyone anyways. Somebody asked, what are the assignments like, and do the lecturers help, and do they give out? So of course your assignments are going to be different based on what course you're doing, so I can't really answer that question. Personally, my assignments weren't very hard, and there's a lot of work involved, but I didn't find it particularly hard because I absolutely love my course and I loved all the things that I was doing an assignment on. But the lecturers 100% love to help, especially last year when obviously I was doing most of my college online. Like the lecturers want to interact with you, and they're gonna make the most effort they can to like make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're okay, and of course they understand like being in first year that it's very different from being in secondary school going into your first year of college, so they're more than happy to help. My lecturers didn't really give out. I actually got on with all my lecturers really, really well. I'm sure some lecturers will give out, but yeah, I wouldn't be too afraid. Just ask as much as you can, especially if you're online. It's going to be a lot harder, so ask as many questions as you need to ask. Someone said, how to deal with long distance relationship when moving to college. So for me, it was kind of different. I suppose I technically had a long distance relationship for a while. So when I started college, I was living in Dublin at the time because I was in the content house, and my boyfriend was still in 6th year, so he was back in Carlow. So I would literally come home every weekend from Dublin anyways, and I'd just stay over in his house once a week, and that was like perfect for me. Like he had work and he wouldn't finish until 10, so I would just go over to his house at 10 and we'd like spend the night together and like spend the next morning together, and that was perfect for me. But that might be different depending on your relationship. Like if you see your boyfriend more frequently, and then it's a big jump from seeing him like maybe every day to just seeing him once a week. The best way I think to deal with situations like that is just communication. You have to make sure that you're communicating with each other clearly, you know, like don't leave the other person unsure. As in, like, for example, if like one of you are going out to your party, just let them know, like keep them updated, like don't leave them undelivered for ages. Make sure, you know, you're keeping in contact, you're just letting them know what you're doing. Just don't leave that person to be worrying and fretting. Like, even it mightn't even be like, oh, he's cheating on me, or like, oh, he's with other girls, or you know, the other way, and she's around other boys or something like that. It might just be that they're worried, you know, that something's going to happen to you, like that you might have got in trouble or something like that. So the most important thing to remember is to communicate clearly. Someone said, is there much studying in college? Again, it 100% depends on what course you're doing. I didn't have a lot of study in particular in my course because, again, as I said, we just had assignments and then we had exams at the end of the year, but all my exams were open book because of COVID. So I haven't done any actual college exams. Most of your final grade for that year will be based on how you do in assignments throughout the year, and then like a smaller percentage will be for exams. So in general, there's a lot less studying than secondary school. Like, as I said, secondary school is the hardest thing you'll ever have to go through. College is so much easier. Someone said, how do you stay focused when studying or getting assignments done on time? I use a planner and that 100% helps me, but like in the moment when I'm trying to stay focused, I will put my phone away, I'll turn it on silent and like plug it or just put it over across the room. I'll also play a bit of music because personally for me, like if it's like dead silent, I'll get way more distracted. But if there's music playing, then like I'm kind of like just bopping away, doing my own thing, and then I can take down stuff a lot easier. And that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope this was helpful. I just thought I would share a little bit of more information because I know I was very like nervous going into my first day of college. I'm sure most people are. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think and what you want me to do for my next couple of videos. And I'll see you all in the next one. I love you so much. Bye!